And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Captain of Industry. Um, oh, I just realized that I didn't start the overlay. Oopsie. Right, let's go this one. Go to that one, find that one. And then we'll have to see what this one does. You're not telling me which thing you're logging into, but it looks like the right one. All right. We're gonna use... No, we're gonna use that one. Why aren't you working? What are you doing? Ah, there we go. All right. Hang on, let's swap over to the other one. I prefer the other one for this type of stuff. Okay, that's better. Right. So a little bit of let's go over today's specific changes, shall we? What is new and what is old? What is new? I have experimented with the monitoring on OBS, and I think I finally figured it out. Still not sure why it wasn't working on this machine. I was testing this on a different PC, so got to transfer everything that I've learned there over. The other thing that's new is I'm streaming with a reduced bitrate. Primarily because I will have to balance my upstream usage with the usage of the people that I live with, who have told me that at least on Friday I'm using a little bit too much. I'm basically using 100% of our upstream, which isn't quite fair to them. So we're gonna have to look into what that does to our setup. I find this quite confusing. So I'm just looking at this is stupid. I'm looking at my Twitch page at the Stream Manager, and what it does, the Stream Manager, it tells you the quality of your stream. And funnily enough, normally it says, like if I put it up to 6K, 6 kilobit per second, it goes, oh yeah, this is unstable. Now if I look into that, it says, no, you're fine. Now it says, it's perfectly fine. After reducing it to 4K, like I've reduced the quality by a third. I'm sorry, not quality, but the bandwidth by a third. So I'm not sure what's going on, but that's fine. Okay, well, whatever. All right. This is ridiculous. I don't get it. Go home, Twitch. You're drunk. All right. What are we gonna tackle today? Let's get into that. We will have to set up the advanced manufacturing of cement. I think is probably the best way to put that. Yes, I do believe so. What else? What else? Actually, is there anything else that we need to take care of right away? I mean, improving this production, but this production is primarily dependent on cement, which is what we're lacking right now. So, expanding this into a second stream, maybe looking... One of the things that I've found is that these guys, you will never be able to... Well, it's not true. You can improve the production with a better concrete mixer. No, that's the usage, sorry. You can make this with a gas with a gas rotary kiln, which is when we will start using the fuel gas, which is currently being produced and used over here. So we will have to up that production at some point. But again, that is not something that we have to deal with right now. We will basically use the oils that we have a lot of and use hydrogen, to make probably naphtha at that stage. And then process the naphtha further into more fuel gas. Like, fuel gas is... Yeah, probably, like in this area, is the fuel gas production the best. Let's be honest. Alright. So, for the time being, what are we gonna do? We want to look at a couple of things. We're gonna look at the transportation statistics, where coal is still the primary user of our transportation bandwidth. Can we reduce that? There's nothing in this area that actually uses coal. Well, that's not entirely true. We could build one up here, which is probably one of the primary users of coal. Can I actually see what that... With 15 deliveries complete, but I can't actually... Oh. Well, last 1 month isn't really anything to write home about. 26 deliveries, 15 deliveries, 2 deliveries. That's not really... 1 month is not statistically relevant. Okay. So this is where we are right now. And yeah, building up this is probably the way to go for now. Anything down here that we should be reporting? We are now getting recycling material from these guys, which we are now actively recycling in here. And yeah, as soon as this one's done, which is what we are currently producing for, that will go out. Now these guys, I should probably let this run, because otherwise we will never get the materials done. Production-wise, what do we need for this kind of stuff? We kind of want to go with a concrete mixer 2. Are these both concrete mixer 1s? Yes, they still are. Ooh, I probably should use a concrete mixer 2. Can we actually do a concrete mixer 3 at some point? I mean, yeah. And that will then increase usage again. So that is definitely something to look into. We have no goals, nothing. Okay, so that's good. So the trend is going towards 1 rotary kiln per concrete mixer. At the moment we don't have that because that is running... oh, no, we don't need these because we have that here. I kind of want to rebuild this in a different way. I wouldn't mind using these guys. Still using these guys. So upgrading these might be a good idea to give us more storage. Huh. Could not store all wheat after harvest. Okay. So I kind of want to build this, but more. And I'm gonna need more space, especially in this department. I'm not quite sure this is the best way to go about that. Should I be rerouting some of this? I'm not sure. I'm absolutely not sure. It will make it more compact. And I kind of need this compactness over here. Actually, I kind of want to get these off the ground completely. Because for these, we need to be off the ground anyway. Like, yes, they start on the ground, but that's not really the problem. And for these, we can, like, use the... kind of hesitant because these guys do use electricity. Currently not consuming. I mean, it is only when they do consume. Let me think about that for a moment. I can just build a second one and upgrade one of these. Do I need that? To be entirely honest, probably not. Do I want to do it like this? What's the alternative? Having more of these in one row and then putting that into a storage facility. But I don't use the cement for anything else. Like, honestly speaking, what is cement used for other than this? Nothing. And it won't ever be used for anything else. So yeah, like this is not really useful, to be entirely honest. Like, cement production is not really an indicator for anything. Okay. Then we're actually doing quite well, to be entirely honest. What would I change if I were to rebuild this? I wouldn't put it here. That's for sure. And everything needs to be transported here anyway. So I'd rather have that rebuilt in a position where I actually need these, which would be down here. So I'd rather build that. Yes. Well, this isn't the slope, so I could build it over here. That would be fine. That is certainly an option. All right, what did I get? I got some new... Oh, yeah, the conveyors too. Not the molten channels, because they don't have that. And that's about it. I am researching stuff. None of this is really relevant right now. So that's fine. We have the new coal plant, the new coal mine going up. We have the copper mine running. We have the oil coming in. Sorry, here. I could expand this and get a second oil rig going, which it's plus that number is would be perfectly fine. Is the big diesel generation, is that actually relevant for us? What does it do? The diesel generator, it can also serve as a power backup. It uses 18 for 5 and 24. 18 for 5 and 24. That is 6 times for allow powering surplus consumers. Okay, so that's basically surplus energy. 18, that is 6 times the stuff for 5. That is 4.8, so it is very, very slightly more efficient. But does it actually... does it actually... It doesn't create air pollution, it creates exhaust. Which is... exhaust is doing what exactly? It is halving this, so that would be 12 air pollution. 12 air pollution, which is less than 6 times. So they are overall more efficient. Okay. So might be worth it. Like as a backup power source. The next big thing is kind of the copper refinement in the research lab. So for the time being, what we want to do is we want to probably upgrade stuff. Hang on. You can produce how much? You can produce 16. You can take 1. Yeah, I think we can upgrade these. I'm interested to see what this actually does. Well, that's tripling this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So upgrading all of these to the second tier will actually use up the entire production of this. Unless we have... Oh, sulfur! That's what it was. That's why I was zoomed in here. I wanted to use this. Alright. Only if above that number. Alright, we are going to start collecting the sour water. Yes, we are. Perfect. Alright. I mean, I guess we can just use the... How large is one of those large power generators? Quite large would be the correct answer. About as large as 2 of these? 3 of these? No? Pretty exactly 2 of these. The beauty of these is they immediately go into air pollution, whereas the other one needs a funnel, but that's also fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these 2. And we're going to build a diesel generator 2 here. As soon as these are gone. Yeah, that is right there. Right there. Yoink. And we can also remove all of this. And we're going to need an exhaust, which is in the waste management, a smokestack. We only need the smokestack 1 for this, because that is fine. That can deal with 60. You're producing 24. That is more than enough. Okay. I do believe that will be pretty much all that we do need. When enabled, the power generator here can also be used to use surplus power. Only surplus model mode is useful for generators where unused power would otherwise go to waste. Solar panels instead of this power. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. And we can essentially eliminate these 3 as a result. Because this can generate enough for 3, but only takes up the space of 2. That is 5 megawatts. Which is more than enough. We want to power production priority low. Right. I kind of want to build a second one of these. Is it that expensive? 40 of the red ones. Huh. We should have enough to actually... to actually build that, so we should be fine. Let me upgrade you as well. Sure. Because that then would allow us to push that over. Well, this speeds up the production of the yellow ones. Yeah, we definitely need more of those. Okay, yeah, we definitely need more of those. So let's immediately upgrade this stuff. All of them. And that will max our production of this. We were looking into sour water usage for increased production of these guys, which would allow us to actually expand this production line further. That would be good. So, for that we need sulfur. Sulfur. Sulfur is somehow made from this stuff. I'm quite certain. Sulfur and steam high into ammonia. Oh, right, yeah, that's the ammonia thing. Right. I do remember slightly. Do we have enough steam? We have a lot of steam. You're actually only using the surplus. Interestingly enough. How much do you need in total? You need 24, which these guys can quite easily provide because they can do 60. So I can actually have a second one of those if I wanted to, which I probably will need at some point. To use a full... Yeah, I mean, I could already do that if I wanted to. Are they actually generating enough stuff for that? Because we are currently running low on the light oil and the heavy oil. We have coal in here. Does one of these actually burn? No, only fuel gas. Okay, but we do still have the medium oil in reserve, like fully in reserve. This one actually doesn't produce anything most of the time. But if I add that, well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, so what do we need for that? We need something that allows us to separate this up because we need to... What's the actual facility that we need for this? A sour water stripper. Sure. That way around. And it requires steam, which we get from over there, and it requires that stuff, which we get from over here. So let's leave us a little bit of room for this. And we will actually put that over here-ish. Kind of want to keep you half empty for now. Because once we've built this... Seriously? What now? Okay. Yep, doing that already, that I have to remember. Okay. You're now live. Sure. Alright. So. Yeah, I don't think there is another recipe as of yet, so that is what we're gonna go with. We want a, where is it? We want one of the fluid pipe balancers right there. You want to go in there. Where's the steam coming in? Oh, over here. Could have gone. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. I can't actually do this from there. That's a bit sad. But that's okay as well. That's actually great. This is even better. Sure, here. Here. Here, here, and then down. And that allows us to actually connect something up there and down here if we wanted to. This guy, we definitely will have to rebuild that. I kind of want to get rid of you and you. And, well, technically you and you as well, because they will be going down there. Alright, you are gonna go down there. You are gonna come from down there. Alright. And with that, we have another source of clean water. Not sure that I need that necessarily. To be entirely honest. The ammonia we're gonna have to use. Oh, this is actually. Could have done this the other way around. Because that now comes out here. I didn't pay attention to that. I'm an idiot. Not that that's too big of a surprise. We want the loose stuff right there. And this goes in here. I'd prefer to actually get that. Do we actually go in there? I don't think so. It's fine to do it like this for the time being. Water supply? Am I using water anywhere near here? Outside of over here-ish. Not really. I'd rather pump that out into the... I would rather pump that out into the Nirvana. Be entirely honest. Because that will be a pain in the A. Yeah. We are gonna pump that out right towards there, I suppose. There's also a dumping ground, so this will be... it does have the water, yes, okay. What do you dump out? Wastewater. And you dump out wastewater. Good grief. And you get water. Do any of you need water? Not really. Okay, well. You're not accumulating wastewater, so that's good. We have 2 outs. You are the priority out. And we kind of want to keep you filled up. Okay, that's fine. Well, do I want to keep you filled up? Kind of. Oh, I need the ammonia to go somewhere. The ammonia can create stuff. And we can now do tofu apparently. So remember that. The ammonia is used for technically some sort of food production. We will get some fertilizer with that. No, that's sulfur as well. Where did the ammonia go? I'm quite certain the ammonia went somewhere. With oxygen into fertilizer 1. Preferably with organic fertilizer because it gives us more. Is it worth it? I think it might. Yeah, I think it would be. Like using that as a substitute. So we need a chemical plant. And we need the splitter. Do I transport that or do I build that somewhere around here? Where's the production for this stuff? The production for the organic is up here. The organic is getting transported anyway. Could you kindly shut up? Good grief. You're being obnoxious. Like, seriously obnoxious. Alright, the organic fertilizer is being transported anyway. I'd prefer not to have to do that. But that's a bit of a long distance. I mean, the advantage is it's liquid, so we could just pump it. Like, we don't have to build the extra lifter units. So that is one of the big advantages. Shall we build some concrete surfaces like in this area? It's 1. This is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's a lot. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This will probably go up quite a bit. Yeah, busy. I wonder why. Yeah, fertilizer is kind of the way to go. And yeah, that's. I'm debating whether to go with the whether I should build the pipes to transport the organic fertilizer down here, or whether to go with the trucks. I mean, at the moment, it's trucks that get the organic fertilizer to all the distribution points. Which, like, we have one here, we have another one up here. They do use up a lot of it, but since I can produce both anyway, I'm not that bothered about that. I'd rather use it for the higher efficiency. Well, let's have a look at the ammonia first. So, the ammonia, we're gonna use another. We're gonna have to use another splitter to get the oxygen. All right. Well, we have to use another splitter to get the oxygen. They are quite expensive in energy, if I remember correctly. It's all right. That is actually okay. I want another one of you. Am I going to transport the ammonia up here and build another facility up there, or am I going to expand down here into this area, I suppose? If I go up here, I could use the oxygen from this one as well, but I think that this actually uses all of it. This uses 18 max. This makes 36, so no is the short answer to that. I'd have to lay all the pipe work for that. I do believe that this is definitely, yes, that is definitely more more expensive than doing the pipe work. So I'd rather use the pipes from here, pipes from there, build that up here, build another ammonia. Yeah, we're going to build 2 tanks. All right, we're going to build a tank here for the ammonia. That is fine. Well, it's kind of, but not really. Like, I have a fairly large area, but if I want to, I think down here is another oil source, but I'm not quite sure. I have to like build land bridges to the other islands because they are separated. It is a huge map, but some of the resources are only available on the other maps. So it's one of the newer ones that they introduced. So not really space constrained, but it takes a lot of effort to kind of break down all these little barriers that they put in. Like, you can go through here, like you can drive around everything, so you have access to the copper, which is down here. But yeah, some of the let's ignore the zones and all of this stuff. But if you look here, like this is where all your initial copper is. Down here you have a huge oil resource. If you want to go for that, you can. The initial coal is kind of like it was a little hill down here, and then you have to expand over here. You have and I wouldn't call this a small iron deposit, but then the iron and steel hasn't really kicked in yet. Yeah. U2 Armageddon. I can't remember the name of the map, I have to be honest. That could have been the name, yes. You have a bunch of copper and iron and water, and yeah, like if you expand to into all the little side maps. Oh, I see. Did that come with the recent update? That's what you mean by U2 and U3. Yeah, this was started on before the last update, I believe. I started this before the last smaller update. Or is there something that you can select? That's sand. Yeah, they actually put a little bit of sand down here. Actually, I would have preferred uranium and titanium down there. I'm not quite sure I want to restart, though. It took quite a while to get here. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering, because this seemed like a new map, but I can't really see myself using trains here, except maybe, like, if I keep my settlements, like, restricted down here and then move, like, across the entire map, maybe? But, I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, a larger map would be nice, to be entirely honest. I might just restart on a larger map. I haven't gone that... Well, I want to say that I haven't gone that far, to be entirely honest. I can't really... With all the new changes... Oh, yeah. I do understand that. I have to admit, like, I've gotten into it since... like, the last time that I played has been a while ago, before I started this map. And so... I think the last time it ended like I got to construction 4. I got to research lab 3. Hang on. I did produce this stuff. I did produce data centers. I did produce this. I did have robotic assembly, but then I kind of stopped around this area. I think, yeah, superheated steam I had. And I can't remember actually getting into this part of the research tree. I don't know whether that's new, to be entirely honest. Huh. But yeah, all things considered, like I haven't reached research 2 yet, so I wouldn't mind restarting on a larger map. Because right now I am about to research trains and long trains, and I have no reason to ever really use them. Yeah. Well, let me know what you think, whether I should be restarting on one of the larger maps. Because trains don't really feel that useful here. Like, all of this can still be done with lorries. It doesn't really matter, or trucks. It doesn't really. It doesn't feel useful to use anything like trains in this. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to save this and I'm going to have a look at the newer map. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Do I have... Yeah, sure, new save. Name it Dragon. Oh, Dragon. I don't think I've had a look at that yet. I might just take a look. This is YouTube. And let's exit to main menu. Don't quit. Don't quit. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, I can see why you would want to use a train here. Yeah. Yeah, I was in the first time the first couple of maps that I used, it was New Haven. It had a really nice progression with like going from here, digging your way up the slopes one by one, getting access to new resources. This had a really nice progression in the I think that was base game or update 1. And yeah, Armageddon is the one that caught my attention last time. That was in update 2. I did not see Dragon Tail. Yeah, that must be new. You shall not pass. Good grief. Okay. Interesting. I mean, you can... Oh, yeah, you kind of have to do a train here as well. Yeah, this looks nope. Just nope. Not as the first game getting back into this. Insane difficulty over here. Yeah, I can see why. I think you have to dig a lot to just get to any of the other islands. And that is the... That's hard. That's not even medium. Okay. Huh. Lots of beach with something over here. Is that trees? Burnt trees? Oh, uranium. Okay, that's where you get the uranium. I can flip pages. Oh. Ah, okay, I see. Oh, there's shown the map. Dragon Tail, let's see. Oh, that's a lot. You start with iron, limestone, crude oil, yeah, a little bit of crude oil, a little bit of water. That's the usual kind of stuff. Uranium. Copper's a little bit further away. Actually, coal's a little bit further away than iron. Okay, that's not quite the usual way. Huh. Gold, bauxite, quartz. Do they have... Yeah, up here. Is that the only source of uranium? Looks like it. Yeah, so yeah. If you start here, you definitely need a train to go all the way up there. So that would make sense. That actually looks quite interesting. The uranium, you mean? What does this look like on the new distribution? Did the other one have titanium at all? It does. I mean, it does slow down the development, so I'm not quite sure that I want to do that. If you have to dig a ton of stuff before you can actually access anything. It says this one has titanium. That's gold. That's gold. Did they call it... It's not the same as bauxite. I'm not quite sure. No, bauxite is something else. Titanium is that icon. Okay. Ah, there it is. Thanks. Yeah, that must then be the only source. Is that possible? It looks like it. Yeah, uranium up here, titanium down there. Okay. Huh. Yeah, yeah. I didn't expect to. So they have titanium and uranium down there, which is kind of like end game development anyway. They also have titanium over here. Is that the... Yeah, that is the same position. Okay, it's just rotated a little bit. It doesn't... Like, this one, they probably didn't scale up this one, I don't think. And since I want to have the need for trains, I probably will go with Dragontail Isle. Even if that slows down the development a little bit. That starts on hard. Okay, this one starts on easy or hard or insane. Yeah, sure. Can you actually build bridges and not do like the dropping dirt into water? Is there anything in the train department that you can do? No, no bridges. All right. So that will be... Primarily, this will be annoying. So it's either I'm gonna get on Dragon Isle, but I think I'm gonna go with Dragon Isle. You have at least a chance to dump some stuff into here without too much trouble. And yeah, you have a lot of resources. All right, let's go with that one. Let's have a look how this plays. Yeah, that's true. That is unfortunately true. I mean, even just building like transport ships would be interesting. Like ferries would be an option instead of doing... I mean, but yeah, earthworks is kind of a core game mechanic, so I can understand why they didn't put that in. Stretched by ancient tectonic forces with steep... sounds like Japan. Steep ridges and sandy shores. Doesn't... Well, still sounds like Japan. Winding like the tail of a mythical beast from end to end. Well, it is called Dragontail Isle as well. Exceptionally long and narrow, over 6 times longer than it is wide. Yeah, I guess that the... Do we see the normal... No, we do see the normal like transport boats depart. Because I was thinking your main harbor is spawned in, so the pathfinding for that is fixed. But you can build the trade the trade stuff, the trade routes. So they must have some kind of pathfinding for that. Probably not anything complex enough to like do point to point through the islands, but we're gonna go with Captain. It is called Captain. It's not called Admiral of Industries, and yeah, Sailor feels a little bit. Mine mixed materials in trucks must be processed at dedicated sourcing facilities. I haven't played around with that yet. I don't know what that entails, to be entirely honest. I did turn that off last time. Any recommendation on this? Yeah. You don't sound convinced. Don't require electricity. World mines producing unity is lower than stopping entirely. I haven't tried it yet. That's a problem. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try with. Sure, I'm gonna try with. We have the time. It's gonna be interesting to see what those sorting facilities are. Infinite world mine, full deconstruction refund, extra starting resources. Nope. Casual. It makes sense that stuff breaks. Oh, okay. Well then, there's no. It doesn't hurt to try. People die from starvation. Vehicles can't move without fuel. Ships can't move without fuel and can't use Unity as a remedy. Pumps stop working if groundwater is depleted. Don't they normally? Machines and other. I wouldn't say that I'm new. Like, I have played a lot of it in the base game and I think update 1 as well. I dropped it for quite some time and then came back with update 2, and there was so much new stuff that I don't think I could even continue the old game. They did break the save games at some point, I think. So I didn't get back into the old saves. Machines and other maintenance consumers stop working when broken. Belts and storage units require power to function and stop working without it. We're not going to do that yet. Let's have a look at ore sorting first. Name your game. Hopeful Haven. That sounds nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. That's the game seed. And there we go. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. I mean, the storyline is fairly basic. Like, I can't even remember. I know that you kind of got into some sort of fight or storm, and your boat is damaged, and then you go from there. And for some reason, you have to build a rocket in the end, because I just realized, yeah. That's all right. It's running on an NVMe. Okay, yeah, normal beginner message, sure. Let's have a look around. We've got the old abandoned communication station, sure. Yeah, I know. I mean, I guess it's unnecessary, to be entirely honest. Like, you don't really need a storyline in this kind of game. I mean, the normal game type of or the normal storyline of this type of game is you've been dumped on a planet. Good luck. Build a rocket. Yeah. I'm thinking like Factorio or what's the other one? Dang it, names. Oh, I'm so bad at names. What's it called? Satisfactory. Yeah. That's the one. The 3D version. I played a lot of Satisfactory at some point. Okay. Why did it have to spawn on that side? Like, that's kind of the base expansion. Well, you can go that way as well. Not going to go out to sea because we're too close to the harbor. And we're already running. I should pause that. Let's do some quests. Go to the coal maker. rid of all of these. We have farms, we've got diesel generation, we have waste collection, which we will need at some point. Research labs, also for later. Let's go with the... Coalmaker was in here, wasn't it? Yeah. Wondering where it went. These are gonna get disassembled anyway, so at least fairly quickly. Yeah. Assign trucks to tree harvester. Oh, assign harvesting area. Get rid of all of this stuff. And where's gonna be the first stuff that we're gonna get rid of? Iron, oil, stuff over here. Not that important, but sure. Water, we're gonna need that at some point, but it's later on. Coal. We're gonna need access to that fairly quickly. Can I actually... Is that scalable? No, that's not scalable. No, that's too steep. I don't think any of this is scalable. Okay, so that is something that we need to get rid of afterwards. Right, and I think that should be good for the building area. And we are going to need to assign 2 trucks to you. Alright, start harvesting trees, sure. Build a blast furnace and connect it to metal caster and smokestack. Blast furnace. Ideally in the middle here. Ah, I forgot that it does that. Right. I wish there was a way to get rid of all of these highlights in one. Build a farm on fertile ground. We can do that. We probably should do that right away. Do we really care about any of this? On where this comes into play? Not really, not at the beginning. There's going to be a prime source of resources, so we want to keep the placing straight. That should be fine. And you are deactivated because the output is full, because we don't need any... Oh no, because that output is full. Okay, forgot the smokestack. Of course I did. Yoink. Alright, blast furnace connected to metal caster and a smokestack. No, it is not connected, but sure. This is so stupid. Alright. We can only do potatoes in the first place, so that's fine. Not really hurting for that, so I can go to waste collection right away. Click on the block. I can let's see all the steps. Oh, that one. Oh, I see. It shows me the stuff that comes afterwards. I see. Okay, that's interesting. Blast furnace. Didn't realize that last time. Oh, this is going to be my first source anyway, so... Do I care about production, transportation times at this stage? Not really. We're going to use that over here anyway, so let's go with that. I'm going to do 1 blast furnace, 2 metal casters. Sure. and a smokestack. And connect this. This one doesn't really care. So that should be good. Metal constant, that stuff. Produce iron. Sure. This is coming from here. Yeah. And with some concrete slabs. They did remove cinder blocks, I did realize. Funnily enough, in the middle of the other game. So I had some cinder blocks at some point as a reward, but then couldn't use those. Alright. Yep. Producing iron and waiting for potatoes. Yeah, bricks. Thank you. Produce iron. Trading. Research the trading dock. Which means we actually have to get into that stuff. We're gonna have to build some research thingies. They were in here, weren't they? Yeah. Basic ones as well. I always place these quite badly. I tend to place them like in this area, but then I run out of space to expand it later on. Yeah. So I think this was oil territory, so don't place that in there. They don't really need anything to begin with, and later on they're primarily used for recycling stuff and consuming some part of your production. So I think I'm gonna place them... actually, this is gonna be the main production area later on for this. Maybe just gonna expand this. Probably just gonna expand this. Probably gonna be too lazy. So let's just dump these in the middle of nowhere for now. Can't remember which side was the one that spits out stuff and which one doesn't, so I'm gonna place them like... this. Good. 2 should be enough. At least for the time being. Stockpile wood in box chains. In box chains? What do you mean by box chains? Oh, I do need a diesel generator. I just realized that we are running out of electricity. I'm gonna put you... Doesn't matter for now. We are going to replace you later on anyway. You mean like warehouses? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to wait for the level 3 warehouses to really get into that. Like, because in the beginning, I mean, I can see why that would be useful, because you can just, like, harvest all of this stuff and get the area free, yeah. Problem right now is I can't actually access anything, because I need the... Where? Where do I actually get the... I will need maintenance at some point. Basic concrete, basic diesel. Where did the warehouses come in? Conveyors, construction. It was before the conveyors, wasn't it? Am I blind? I mean, to some extent, yes. Seriously, where did the warehouse go? Basic concrete. Oh, was that part of trading? Oh, yeah. Ah, unit storage. There it is. Okay, yeah. I thought it was all three together. No, yeah, fluid storages come in here, and the... Where's the loose storage coming in? Let's go down the list while we are at it. We're gonna do this because maintenance will become important. The tools are nice, but not necessary in the beginning. I'd rather have this stuff. I will run out of people sooner or later, probably sooner. Basic concrete because I want the water. That will become important. I think we're good with that for the time being. All right. Designate a dump zone for waste. Let's do that. Terraforming, dumping ground. Kind of want to straighten this out a little bit. I know it's probably not necessary. I don't think we are going to... Yeah, we're not going to use that because that's the way out. And that's how they did the routing, I think. I can't really go too far over here either. Am I gonna use that to go up here? No, I'm gonna mine that. Right. Am I gonna push that out a little bit? Sure. Just straighten out the edges a little bit. And we should be good. All right. Build a trading dock. We do have unit storage, so let's go for that. And yes, we will start building. I think two of those should be good in the beginning. Right. Okay. Trading dock. Ugh. It does irk me a little bit to build that here, but I don't think I can actually build that anywhere on this area yet. Terrain too low. And no open ocean access. No, not really. Yeah. Could build that over here. Just be done with that. I can relocate it later, I'm quite sure. Purchase concrete from the village on the world map. Do I already have that? Oh yeah, I'd start with one. Build a 71. We're still stable, so that's good. So with oil being over here, this is going to be our oil processing facility, including the import-export area. We also have limestone over here. That's going to get in the way of this a little bit, but sure. Actually, let me... kind of want to get rid of all of these, to be entirely honest. Don't really care about any preference, if we are entirely honest. All of this needs to go anyway. Sure. Okay. Still have one. Let's go for the tools. The ship dock repair, because why not? Basic diesel, sure. Captain's office. We will need the copper refinement and synthetic rubber as well. Especially since we will go into construction afterwards. These are quite useful. In the beginning, sure. And then we're gonna slot into there. Alright. These can all be done without any additional production, so that's fine. Purchase concrete slab from the village. Did I? Yeah, I did build it. For iron. Why? I have a ton of wood. Sure. Was it 1 or 2? Apparently it was just 1. Build an assembly. To produce construction parts. Produce 8 construction parts. That can be done. Main assembly line. We set oil over here. Limestone's coming in from there as well, so I can, in theory, produce over there, but I kind of don't want to. For the first one, it doesn't really matter. Even though it doesn't, it will annoy me once I've done all of this, and it will get in the way. So, expansion of this will go... not into the oil. It's gonna go that way, so... Yeah. I'm trying to plan stuff out, like, 30 moves ahead, and in the end it's gonna be ruined anyway. I'm overthinking stuff way too much. I'm very well aware of that. Alright. Which means we can collect rainwater for the kiln. All of this is gonna go away anyway, so we can use that over here. We do have... we still have a ton of these, don't we? 600 concrete slabs. 6. I use 6 anyway, so... storage. Unit storage. Yeah. That's kind of it, yeah, I know. 1, 2, 3. For the time being, that is fine enough. Wood, concrete slab, and iron. And construction parts 1, and we will do that anyway. Yeah. That is true. We do have loose storage available, so I could, in theory... Do I need that for anything? I don't think so. I don't need you guys for anything, so I'll leave that there. That's true. Yeah, because your production really suffers if something doesn't get produced for even for a short amount of time. I saw that in the last game, like my rubber production collapsed at one point because I disabled something that I didn't realize was quite essential to that production, and it immediately backfired. Oh, that's true, yes. That is true. All right, how are we looking? 624, that's still perfectly fine. Maintenance depot, build another assembly one to produce mechanical parts. Produce mechanical parts. Not a fan of mechanical parts. Just mechanical parts. Yeah. Produce maintenance. is. Basic maintenance depot. You require those and the electronic goods. We kind of want to use those guys later on. So we're going to place you here. You're going to get electronic build-up over there. We're going to get very close to the iron deposit. Well, that will be all right. Okay. Oil. Should we go for oil right now? 31 people. Cutting it a little bit close. Still have 25 people. Because you weren't done yet. Okay. We only need 1 for you, 6 for you. But we do need coal, which we aren't doing yet, so we need to build up the vehicles. For which we need vehicle parts. Yeah. For which we need electronics. Build the vehicle depot. Construct a small excavator. Do we still have those parts? Oh yeah, we do. We do have 210. Nope. Vehicles. Vehicle depot. Doesn't matter where. Not really. I'm gonna build you here-ish. Enable iron recipe and blast furnace. Aren't you enabled by default? Oh no, you're not enabled by default. Alright. Process iron ore, build a beacon, build housing. Beacon, 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 beacon. We're not going to expand down here anyway, and we don't really care about the vicinity of this, so right next to that. And we can repair this guy if we wanted to, which will allow us to explore stuff, so yes, that is very useful. Shipyard is overloaded with cargo. It is indeed. Do I want a second one of these right away? Kind of, yes. Do I want a second one of these right away? No, we need to build the other stuff first. We also need the oil to get diesel, which is then converted into... everywhere. Oh! 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 Mixed materials loaded onto your trucks by excavator. This required trucks directly to deliver mixed loads to storage units of buildings. Okay! That's how they did it. You can do 4 of those. Expecting 14 refugees, that's fine. We can still do that. Processing iron ore, small excavator, which I can do. 1 small excavator. We need 2 more pickup trucks, shore, and a mine control tower. Mine control tower. We're gonna need 1 specifically for coal and for iron. And then we're gonna need a plant, a sorting plant. I'm gonna need to check. This should all be above ground, I think. Oh, maybe not quite all, but close. Close enough that it makes no difference. Okay. Yeah. I do plan to build another one over here anyway. That's why I was checking how many it can do. Like, it can do only 4, which isn't really useful. because you need that and rock and I don't think for any of the other ones, but that should be... Yeah, if that gets clogged up, you will run into problems. Dirt and rock. And I do believe that I will need to... Yeah. It's fine. I do have... I should have enough workers for now. Yeah, it's only 6 workers. That should be fine. I think we are gonna start... Well, we have a little bit of coal left, but I kind of want to build another small excavator, another 2 of those, just to get that stuff done. Yeah, you don't have an area yet. Ah, that's true. Can I can mine and dump, but I can't do the full thing yet. All right. Good. Where are you? There you are. Mining priority will be iron ore. There you go. And oh, I can't do the export stuff yet. Do you actually accept only stuff that contains all of your products? Or how do you work? Okay, that badly. Okay. Oh, that will be interesting. Can I set you up to... No, you will always remain... Realize that I probably should... are you the one? Or are you not the one? Oh, you're all the overlays. I need the chat. There you go. Okay. Reject single product loads. It does sort it, and then they can fetch it from the end? Well, we'll see. We'll see how that works. Construct a new pick... Oh, that was done. Process iron ore. I think that is gonna get done in a moment. Yeah, it has conveyor ports, but I was wondering, like, do I have to actually push that out, or can I just... Oh, we're getting... We're not getting full. Okay. Still 26 left. All right. Hooray. 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 There's some money without anything to mine. Yes, that would be you. Yoink. The area can remain the same, but I do want to terraform. Ah, we now have leveling designation. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And it should be... Okay, yeah, one more. That's a good point. Yeah, I was wondering why, but yeah, if you don't really need that, you shouldn't have that active. Good point. Really? Ooh. Ugh. Yeah. 240 per 60. That's not that much. Yes, I know that there's some outside of it. Do I care about that? Not really, but, you know, if you mind. Good. Now happy? Good. Sure. Blueprints, build housing, attach to settlement. We are doing that. Great. Process iron ore, that is getting done, hopefully, at some point. Yeah, it does actually fetch it from there. That's great. Okay, yeah, true. 100 parts, I didn't pay attention to that. That is quite expensive, yes. Do we have to repair the boat as well? No, but we can load the crew. We have enough, yes, and we can then go explore. Not enough fuel. You are correct. There is not enough fuel. There we go. Oh, you're playing on Admiral. Yeah. I don't really need the captain's office yet. Could be interesting in a moment. Copper production, not really what we're looking for right now. All the vehicle ramps will become interesting later. Fluid storage, captain's office, shipyard, oil pump distillery, and something else? Yes, the rubber maker. The rubber maker will become interesting in a moment because we will have to start producing the electric stuff. Build an oil pump, basic distillery, liquid pump, liquid dump. Produce diesel, dump wastewater. Okay, sure. Let's do that. With 25 people, that is enough to definitely build some stuff. Yeah. The bad diesel stuff. Can't remember how many of these I actually need. To begin with, 20 is what they produce, 60 is what I can use. I don't think this will actually use 60. But it doesn't cost me... Oh, I don't want to be too generous. 30. Yeah, it's quite expensive. Okay, we're only gonna make one for now. Production is gonna be down here, so going here is fine. Yeah, the basic distillery with just the coal will be okay. Oh, it shows me all of the available ones, even though I don't really have them available yet. Do I have full transport yet? No, only molten and fluid. Am I getting that soon? Can't remember. Construction gives me that's the assembly 2, yeah. Then conveyor belts. We're gonna add those already. The advanced concrete. That means I can bypass the kiln immediately. The rest we're gonna have to see. The irrigated farms would be nice, but they're not really necessary right now. Oh, okay. Sure. We're gonna need a smokestack. And we're gonna have to use the wastewater, the liquid dump. Sure. Yeah, of course. You're that one. There. Nope. Don't dump the diesel. Right. And we want a fluid tank for the diesel for now. Would be fine. Storage fluid over here. Diesel. Good. Right. Dump slag. Process iron ore. We haven't processed iron ore yet. I mean, it's quite easy to do. Are you guys full? Oh, you are? No. You are full as well. Okay. Sure. Location explored. Hooray, more stuff. Oh, you are single. You are single item. One, two. There we go. Why don't you come with a selected recipe? I mean, you could just do that and be happy. Sure. Right. All right. Oh, I did not tell you to go for coal primarily. Let's do that. There was a clear all button, I just realized. A dump slag should do that automatically, hopefully. Please? Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, I need a second oil pump. I just realized. Sure. You go do that. Oh, and we need more of those. Let me guess. They actually do require... It doesn't tell me? Oh, it does. 11 of 25. Yeah, I will need some more of those. I will want some more of those, I should say. Alright, and as soon as we can automate this stuff, I will. Hey. Oh, I need to... Do I need to? No, I don't need to. Let's explore that way. Limestone mine. Build a kiln, connect rainwater harvest, produce oh, I do have to build a kiln. Dang it. I do have to build a kiln. That isn't gonna be annoying at all. They are quite expensive. I do agree. Okay, well, we'll see how well this goes. We just got an influx of those, so maybe that will help. Remember to disable allow partial loads for trucks when they begin getting busy, and also... Oh! Oh, I didn't know you could do the allow partial trucks thing. Disable logistics once you've moved on to feeding everything from storages. Yeah. That was stuff that I forgot last time that almost killed me. And that basically messed up my maintenance. Because I didn't realize that part of the thing that I had selected, doesn't really matter which way, that I had disabled actually wasn't connected yet. Does that reward contain CPU1 because you are at 7? Yeah. Yeah, and then I disabled it on the it was on the I don't want to say distillery. What is it called? Yeah, now that I can do that. It was on the rubber maker. I hadn't connected the diesel import, and so that went over stuff, and then I swapped over to only allowing the input from conveyors, and that kind of killed the production immediately because that wasn't ready. Disable truck import for the new diesel storage. That's a good point. Disable import. Cannot import cargo. There you go. That is that done. Repair shipyards at sail. We have done that for the ship of diesel. Okay, it's not there yet because it's coming back. Right. Vehicle parts and establish limestone. I probably should start with the vehicle parts as soon as this is done. Although the limestone is technically... Oh, that is already being done. Right. You, and we're gonna need some doing. Sure. That's gonna be interesting. Might destabilize the structure. Gonna be interesting to see whether they fix that. Because technically this is not part of the elevated area. Start mining limestone, build a kiln, do the rainwater thing, but before that I'm gonna do the vehicle, the electronics and vehicle parts. Oh, the electronics, I need electronics for that. Normally I'd agree, but what I generally do is I do the mining priority with the limestone. So I still work on that, but I'm fine. Generally speaking, like this one it will currently go for the limestone where it can. More new refugees. I need to be careful that I don't overpopulate. We still have enough for now. Could store all the potatoes, sure. We got the conveyors done, nice. I can upgrade these technically. Do I want to right now? Probably no. We will run out of these very quickly though. Huh. Okay. I've never had to place one of these manually. Don't know why you're offering. Okay, what are we gonna do? Vehicle parts, which means we need electronics, which means we need copper. Why didn't I get a copper quest yet? Build another way to produce electronics. But if I do that, I don't have the resources for it, do I? I do. Slightly, yes. Yeah. uh, okay, I see. Can I do that in here? Yes, I can do that in the assembly one. But yeah, I'll have to produce the second ones before I go there. Start producing. Build another assembly one to produce electronics. Oh. Scrolling hill helps. Alright. I'm gonna need quite a few of those. Sooner or later. And the copper is up there. Doesn't really matter if I have to transport them anyway. No. Do I want this all in the same direction? I'd prefer to. Do I care right now? Not really. Should have assigned that first and then done that, but I think settings V. Alt click to learn more. Okay, V. Now this should be the same. Yeah, right. There we go. And they require rubber and copper. Okay. They're not that expensive. 25. Yeah, should be all right. I mean, now they have to get it from the shipyard instead of doing it like there. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, all the tools also work in boxes. New refugees. We are kind of 50-50 right now. So we will turn that on if we need it. Start producing electronics. We already have built another to produce vehicle parts. Vehicle parts require those two. That will be a pain in the behind. Is that the same? I think it is. Vehicle parts. There you go. We are getting very busy, so we can build a couple more of these, right? Yeah, 80. 80? Sounds like a lot. Huh. Output is full. Yeah, because you have maintenance full. So why is it falling? Sure. Start producing vehicle parts. We have everything set up to do just that. Build a kiln, connect rainwater harvester. Just one? Just one. Apparently just one. Limestone is down here. Oil production will go here-ish, so can do that there if I wanted to, or down here. Doesn't really matter. Need a kiln that requires coal, water, limestone. Yeah, let's leave a little bit of space. It's gonna be disassembled anyway. Doesn't really matter. Rainwater harvester. These are freaking huge. Again, it's only gonna be temporary, so don't really care about that. And the smokestack. That's fine. Collect that reward. Produce concrete slabs. Don't really care about that anyway. Okay. Yeah, we already have the advanced stuff available. I think down there. Let's explore this area. Yeah, it was the production, the mission. I don't know. I prefer going advanced concrete right away, but you have to do this, so sure, whatever. Oh, now we get synthetic rubber and copper production. Rubber maker. I think that was diesel, wasn't it? Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you right now. Smelting, water, oil refining, rubber maker, coal, and that stuff, and we get wastewater. More wastewater, yay! Sure. Let's save some space, let's put that here. I kind of want to keep 50% in there. That is one of the nicer features that they added, by the way. That is really, really helpful, because that was a pain beforehand. Oh yeah, recipe. This one for now. I mean, technically, we can activate both and just have that. If we have sulfur, we want to use it. We won't. Fine. That will make us some rubber. But yeah, that will be part of the diesel cycle anyway. There's no way around that. I don't think so. Down there is the correct part, the correct place. How are we looking for the? Actually looks okay. So I think a bit more optimization with some storages might be nice. Probably not here though. I think I'm gonna build like this will be the like low level, and I'm not gonna upgrade this, and then I'm gonna build the upgraded one in this area. Which probably means I should make another. Oh, I'm actually extracting coal, which I technically don't need to right now because I have the coal maker. Yeah, it doesn't have alternative recipes. Okay. Location explored. Nice. Sure. 408. 377. 377 is closer. Why are you down to 91%? Suspicious. The wood is going down slowly. Let's put that in here. And we got the concrete. We got the rainwater going. That's fine. That is the only source for our water, isn't it? Yeah, it is. 30, okay. We have to go to settlement. What does this do for us? Rubber for wood. Not really useful. Not really useful. Useful later. I never quite understood this trade, but sure. Why? Why would I? Yeah, not enough products. Do I have enough? Anything else? Oh yeah, that's something that they do need to... It's a good thing you waited for that. One thing that they do need to fix is like... Dang it, I forgot that I dumped stuff here. Yeah, that will do that. That should be fine. Good grief. Oh, can I? Ocean access is blocked. I think because I did something to it, now I can't anymore. Don't see it. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm going to reuse the materials if I can. So that's going to go out there. And with that, we should be good. Yeah, good. And yeah, I did have all the recipes again available. That is true, yeah. I could have turned this now, since I... Yeah. Professional. Very professional. As always. We're not really getting any more people, so let's put that on. I was expecting a natural growth, but maybe I need the captain's office for that. Should I build that, actually? I wonder where they separated this. That's 8 people and 100... 100 kilowatt. That's quite a lot. But, that being said, it's not the worst investment. Do I have anything that prevents me from using this here? I could expand into this area. This is going to be cargo area anyway. And I'm going to expand... if I'm going to expand here, then I'm not going to move my production there. So yeah, I'm not going to move my production there. Okay. That's going to do stuff. Let's plant that over here. Fine. Are they all full? They are all full. Alright. We're gonna... Do I need to reassign you to iron production? Could expand iron production. Oh, is that all it does? I thought it also... It's just a button to access the edicts interface, which I can do here anyway. No, I cannot. World map, message center, blueprints, trade, research. Oh yeah, I know. Oh, I see. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, it is all it does, but it does mean that I can actually do these. Not that I actually need any of these right now, but they can be useful. Like if I underproduce diesel, then this one is definitely useful. I don't have one Unity though at the moment, so that's an interesting choice. Yeah, I can see that. That does make sense. I might need the second diesel generator. I don't know why I built that here if my diesel production's over there anyway. What did they patch? Unity building these? I'm not aware of this. Gotta admit. I want to say it can't be that we don't have any. Oh, copper. Actually, we're gonna move you over to copper production. Dang it. Infinite water glitch. Oh, I see. Yeah. So you could just build them wherever, and you could get infinite water that way. I see. Yeah, that would be slightly OP. I'll agree. Leveling designation. Let's level all of this. Slightly outside the area, I'll agree. True. Alright, since we don't need you right now, we're gonna remove you. I'd rather build a couple more tree converters, shall we call them? Right. New refugees, where are we? We're still good. Alright, copper production. Since we're not using you for coal right now, we will temporarily use you for copper. That's fine. We have one here. One here. Small one there. Big one there. Well, kind of the same. Oh! Yeah. I see what you mean. Right. Well, getting through there is going to be a pain, but we will need this to go over here anyway, so that's good. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Probably should start dumping on this area to then get over there. Or maybe just tunneling through there. We'll see. Further left. That one? It looks bigger. Is that actually bigger? Yeah, that is bigger. Okay. Oh, that would have been... I can see why this is a 3. Right. Alright, we have rearranged the coal production. We've started the copper extraction. I should also give you copper as a primary thing. Having water trains a not so bad idea. Well, I mean, fluid transports are some of the easiest things to build. But I don't know how the throughput is on those, to be entirely honest. That is, like, especially compared to trains, I have zero experience with trains. So that will be interesting to see. I am debating on just starting this stuff. Are we oh no, we're not researching stuff. That's not good. That is not good at all. What do we need? The conveyor lifts are quite important. Actually, more important than most other stuff. The fuel station is also quite nice. We can go groundwater pump. Not that important right now. Irrigated farms. Where's our groundwater's over here? We don't have access to that yet. Oh! Oh, right. Yeah, everything has maintenance now. Ah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. I mean, 0.08, but over distance and at higher levels, that probably gets up quite a bit. Rails don't. Interesting. Yeah, that might make them more viable. I guess the trains have the maintenance instead of the rails. I guess that balances out. Even more refugees. It's overloaded with cargo. I can't really keep you empty. I don't think that will work, but I can at least swap you up there again, because I kind of don't want the slag to use up transportation time, and I really would like to get this stuff done. Do we actually... We're keeping that relatively full. The output is full on this one as well. This one's full as well. I need to build more stuff. It's basically that. It's basically it. If I use this sorter, I mean, if I'm gonna use sorters anyway, I might as well. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah. If that's the point, yeah, that's up if the transport is long. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it probably won't scale quite as badly on Captain, but this is a long map. I wouldn't want to build like conveyors all the way. So probably the initial transport to the sorting area will probably be via train. That does make sense. Does it make sense? No, you would sort it on site and then transport just the stuff to the production line. Yeah. Copper. We just said that production line is more important than anything else. Transferring mixed loads. Yeah, so you have to sort it first anyway. That's a good point. Smelting. We need some copper electrolysis and some blast furnaces too. We need all three of those. Yeah, I do remember. Just give me a moment to build this. I wish I had more space. Some metal casters. I guess 2 will be enough. Do I need to keep space between them? Yes, because there's too much stuff connected to it. But not a lot of space. Whatever. Well, let's go this way. How many do you actually make? Copper scrap and copper. You make 24. You can make 12 into 12. Yep, that was correct. All right. I wish that this would automatically do that, but that's fine. And then this can do 24 again, so that only goes into 1. So that is okay as well. Technically, that is enough. Technically, that is enough. No, that is not enough. What am I saying? This would be enough, wouldn't it? course it doesn't like that. What was I thinking? That? And that? Yeah, okay. It looks a little bit odd, but it's fine. It does save on space, so that's save on conveying. And we do need water, because we don't have any source of water. We're gonna do two, three, four. Start with 2 rainwater thingies first. Rainwater, rainwater, storage, fluid storage. Need to go down there anyway. Doesn't really matter. Since they get pushed in there anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, nope, that was not correct. This would be very fiddly. Yeah, don't really care about anything that goes beyond this point. So that should be good. The slag is going to get pumped out. We do have enough now to start automating things. No, I can't. The conveyors won't be built, will they? Because the conveyors require... not you guys, but you guys require construction parts 2, which I haven't built yet, so I probably should get into that. You can build construction parts 2. You require construction parts 2. Alright. So, construction part 2 requires that stuff and that stuff. And we are going to use another storage facility. Ooh, we are getting close to here. A lot closer than I wanted to ever get. That's fine. Is it fine? It's not fine. It's not really fine. Dang it. I'm gonna build you... I gotta build you here, because you kind of need to... Yeah. Alright. Produce copper. Love to. What are you waiting for? Waiting for products. We have copper, yeah. Getting transported over there. Then it should be getting processed. Coal we already have. And then we are getting all of the good stuff. Like all the good black goodness out of that. This is getting filled up. Gonna make some impure copper, and then we are gonna wait for just the tiniest amount of water, because apparently that's not something that we actually can deal with. Ooh. Yeah. So some mining, do that, produce copper. Would love to produce copper. Fuel station. No, we're actually making these, so yeah, we can... Well, this was already built? Yeah, it was already built. Okay. 3 houses. Let's put this now. Right. Fuel station. Probably somewhere in this area. We have a lot of throughput here. Sure. Mine coal. Pause coal maker to save on wood. I don't want to... Okay. Sure. Sign pickup to the fuel station. Oh, that was already built. Okay, sure. Improve slag export. Build loose storage and connect it to the existing blast from using a U-shaped conveyor. Assign loose storage with slag and drag the red slider to the left to export to dump. Sure. We can in fact do that. Storage, loose storage. We have one over here. Gonna put that here-ish. Slag. And just like this. And we're gonna also do the same over here. Yeah, because that can connect to it if it needs to. There we go. That is done. Research settlement water. Again, we've forgotten to do some research. Yeah. Settlement water. It's over there. So we need the groundwater pump first. Sure. Crop rotation would be nice to have to get some more stuff done. Irrigated farms, vegetable farming, some more edicts. Not that important. Tree planting, we don't need that right now. Advanced logistics, custom route. It could be interesting. Definitely conveyor lifts. That is what we were looking for. Then the transports, the smart routing. And then I guess, well, we don't need the research lab one before we have everything in here, because none of these actually do need research things. So we might as well just finish up this stuff. The retaining walls, the stacker, the custom. Don't need to have you paused for that. The edict, the tree planting, sure, and then this one. Then we have everything. All right. We found one of those. This is probably gonna be something not very nice, but we will just have a look anyway. We have our first cargo ship, which is good. Not that we need it right now. And I suppose we could do a diesel storage behind this. What I normally do, at least. Diesel storage right in there. Have that like half full. That's good. Good enough for government work. All right. Location explored. Hey, hooray! Another explored. Hey, all right. Yeah, like the overlay is broken is a bit meh on the map. I mean, like I don't see anything in here. Why? All right. Good grief, I just thought my display was broken, but it just started raining as I looked up. Oh dear. Oof. Do I care about the maintenance? Do I care about the... We are very close to this, so I might as well do this. Just have that at a very low gain. That should be fine. Right. It says we're losing diesel, but that's not quite accurate. We're doing the groundwater thing. Herbal liquid dump and shore. Wastewater gets delivered from the water facility. Oh yeah, that's once we've got the settlement water done. You are back. Oh, that's the loss in diesel. 400, 444, 447, 408. Let's go there first. That's the closest one. All right. We are producing everything we have 200 of these. Okay. That wasn't Q. What was it? Was it G? Yeah, geez, research. All right, I think I will be stopping a little bit early today because I am reaching the end of my concentration. I will do the settlement water, and then that's gonna be it. Could probably use a little bit more transportation, although I'm not quite sure why everything's so busy. Let's build 2 more of these. Why are you so busy? Dirt. Do we not have any more dumping routes in the vicinity? Oh, we're all right. Okay. Yeah. That is pretty much what I was expecting. Minus 0.1 now. Yeah. Right. All right. Let's get that back up. We have 1 more housing left. Didn't I do crop rotation? No, not yet. That is in line? Yeah, it is. It's next after settlement water. Should I have a look at the ground pumps for now? I could build them. How much do you use? 120 kilowatt hours. That is fine. Generally, 2 of those are fine to have. I want a storage with a slight space between them. We don't have the advanced stuff that we kind of want for this. That's fine as well. So that will give us enough water to actually supply these guys as soon as the research is done, which it hopefully will be soon. All right. Come on. I probably should look into the concrete as well. That would probably be quite useful to do. And I kind of want to do this down here because this is where the limestone is anyway. Let's do that first before we do anything else. And I want to point that down. So, we're going to end up with a concrete mixer. I do need that stuff. But yeah, I don't care. We will leave some space. Well, I don't want to leave that much space, to be entirely honest. But it was quite a pain to actually get that to work properly last time, because they were so close together, but I think 3 should be fine. We need water, quite sadly, which probably means another one of those. No, not that one, that one. Well, we do have the water pump, so we might as well use that in a moment. No, not this one. We need storage, we need fluid storage. We're gonna pop fluid storage here. Connect that. We've got this, we've got that. We need some loose storages. I think it was like 4 or 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably not quite like this. So we're gonna need limestone. We're gonna need coal. That's less than ideal. Hmm. Is that enough for a vehicle bridge if necessary? That is quite a few times not large enough. Okay, don't care. Literally don't care. All right. Do I have? I don't have the elevators yet, do I? No, that's still off. Okay. What else do I need? That will give us this. Let's let that run for a moment. That will go in here. That will be one of these guys, a smokestack. There we go. And we need, I think we need stone. We need rock, and we need, was it slag? What do you need? Any of these, to be entirely honest. We are going to use gravel. We are going to use manufactured sand. Oh no, we're going to use crushed slag and manufactured sand. That's what we're going to use. So crushed slag. So we need slag, which then goes into a crusher. Crusher. We need to get you into a crusher. Is that just enough? Might just be enough. You are making rock into gravel, which is one of the things we need. Yes. Would prefer to have you on the other side, to be entirely honest. Because, I mean, it does work. It doesn't work nicely, but it does work. And then we are gonna use you again, and we're gonna put you actually one further, because that way you align. And we are gonna use you to make crushed slag. And that is the other thing that we need. And technically, I would now be able to also do that to the other side, to the second one. Which I'm not looking forward to, because this will be a pain. Because I'm now gonna have to connect that. Okay, so it doesn't really matter where I put you. Like, this is not gonna be pretty. At all. Good grief, this is gonna be a... No, 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 no. I knew why I wanted to have that further down. I knew exactly why I wanted to have that further down. Good grief. All right. Let's try that one again. Yeah, it would have been better to have that on the other side. Marginally. Like, let's be honest, marginally better. Actually, that's the wrong way around. Anyway. You should be on the other side. You should be on this side. Because now I can put you over You will be on the outside. I can put you over here. You will now go there. You will now go there in some way, like that way. You will go there, then also go there. And while that is not pretty, it is functional. That is not how we're going to do that. There, and then there, and that's fine. Yeah, that is definitely not pretty. Let me put it like that. We have water facility. Okay, let's build this first. Otherwise we will get into trouble. And I kind of want a unit storage right here to collect both of those, because screw that. Water, and I want you to always be at least a little bit full. Do I want you to be at least a little bit full? Like, you can be empty, I do not care about that. You... No, where's the other water? That is the other water facility. No, over here's the other water facility. That's fine. I still want you a little bit full. Like, I don't want you to be less than 50% full, because you're also important to production. Alright, this is looking good-ish. Like last time I did something really complicated. I had all of those raw materials available, and then I kept all of that set up correctly and did everything that I needed to do, and it was a mess. But it worked. Might have worked better than what I'm doing right now, but it worked. Certainly did. Why are you so busy? Because of all the production. Should I build a couple more? How are we looking for diesel? Diesel's fine. Should I start automating the production on this one? Well, no, I need the lifts on that. Once that is done, it will be very much reducing all of the stuff that I'm struggling with right now, production-wise. This will be as intense as it is now, though. I might just be willing to build a couple more of those guys. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. You're almost done. You're missing 1 and 1. 1. And I think they are actually coming in here. They are not coming. Ooh. Why? Something just spiked consumption. Hang on. Are these expensive to run? 100 kilowatts? 250 each. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they are slightly more expensive than I anticipated, so sure. Good grief. Didn't realize it was that bad. Sure. Alright, are we actually gonna see this done? They should... Nope, they don't have... They are producing... No, what are they doing? Just help build that. Okay, there we go. Good grief. Import cargo. Can I actually set the import-export settings through this? I don't think so. Pause, copy settings. Well, I mean, that would actually allow me to do that, I think. Crop rotation. I need to build a water facility now. Well, I kind of want to wait a moment to recover all the production, because we are looking a little bit iffy on that end at the moment, especially since we don't have any rocks to process. Which, that is actually a slight concern. Why don't we have any rocks to process? Because there aren't any rocks in here. Okay. I could start... I could start another thing over there just to do that. The mining tower. That would be an option. Sure. I mean, I need to anyway, so... might as well? Yeah, we're getting tons of limestone. I don't see us getting any rocks anytime soon. We're getting... oh, no, there it is. From time to time, we're getting a little bit. Alright. Well, let's build a water facility. Because I think... we're not quite there yet, but we are slowly getting there. Oof. Big oof. Hmm. Okay. Like these, I kind of wanna... I wanna wait for the lifts for them. Oh, we are 24, we need 40. Okay. I mean, I can upgrade it. I could upgrade this, which would actually help with production quite a bit. Would also increase maintenance demands, which I can still handle as of yet. What do you need, by the way? You need iron. Yeah, okay, that's one of the ones that we're gonna bring over there anyway. So iron is gonna be the 3rd level. Like, this is gonna be level 0, this is gonna be level 1, this is gonna be level 2, maybe level... no, I'm probably gonna make that level 0, level 1. Alright. This is not quite enough, so I think. Because they don't really cost all that much, I will be starting to tunnel through here. I guess so. And we are going to start to level this. And for you, I want to do primarily rock. If you can. Can you? Doesn't look like it. Nope, that's dirt. Even more dirt. Alright, then what else do I want? Well, what do I not want? I don't want you to go into... Ew, that's gonna be a lot of limestone, which is actually gonna hinder us, to be entirely honest. So let's remove that area. That might be problematic. Yeah, all of this cannot go. All right. So this is what we're gonna go with. And yeah, going right down there. Right, so that's our leveling instructions for now. Let's hope that that will bring in some additional material that we need, which is primarily rocks right now. Could really use those, but for the time being, we can do irrigated farming in a moment. But before we do that, we are actually going to build the water facility to be done with that. Do I want to build that here? Not really. We are not going to go to the left of this, so this is something that we can connect to on this entire side up until here, I think. But the water will be coming in from the coast in the very near future, so I will be doing this. And actually, this is wastewater anyway, so yeah, I have accepted that, so that is fine. And we want a water tank, storage, fluid storage. That should be enough to allow us... No, that doesn't allow us a second one. Which is always a bit of a meh. Sure. Water. No available place to dump products. What's that then? What? The heck? Do I even want to know? I'm not quite sure I do. Hey, what did it just do? Is it just dumping the stuff on the spot? Okay, well, I don't want you to dump rocks here. Okay. Like, this is supposed to be transported over there. Good grief. Can't believe it. Alright, we have the water going, I think. Yes? Activate fuel saver in the captain's office. Collect that reward. And with that, we are at the research lab, which means we now have to wait for that to finish. And I kind of want to order you to be kept empty, because I need to get rid of all of this stuff. All right. Once that is done, which will probably cause a bit of a panic right now. Especially because we can't really use the cement for now, but I will just stop the rotary kiln from working. And we should be good on that end. We have vegetable farming, which does mean we need another one of these. Which again, we are going to build on this side as soon as we are done with that. All right. I think this is where we'll stop for today. I like this. I like this one. I really do. But that's it for now. Did it pick up the... It shouldn't. Oh, okay. Well, that's it for now. Thanks, Firefly, for giving me a little bit of company. It was very nice. Thank you very much. And I hope I'll see you on Friday. There are a couple of things that I have to do with the upload, so we're gonna have to check that. But otherwise, we should be good. So thanks everybody for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.